Sure. Good afternoon. I'm Wendy Newton with the Office of Office of Continuous Improvement and Support, and I will be presenting on non-traditional instruction. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen okay? Dee Dee?
Yes, looks good.
Okay, thanks. So 2001 and through 2020 school year, non-traditional instruction will revert back to the rules and regulations of NTI prior to COVID. So there's no longer unlimited days. Districts had to be approved for non-traditional instruction for the upcoming school year, and those approved will receive up to 10 non-instructional days when the entire district is closed due to health or safety reasons. So again, we're back to the limit of 10 days, and you had to be approved in advance to be an NTI participating district. New for this school year is that Infinite Campus will facilitate the non-traditional instruction collection. I have created a non-traditional instruction data standard. We're kind of going to go through that in the slides coming up, and I will also be sending out the data standard along with this session of the PowerPoint to the non-traditional district contacts in the next couple of days. So the data collection is a new tab, and the tab is called NTI Data Collection, and it is under navigation of System Administration, Resources, District Information. And again, like I said, it's a new custom tab named NTI Data Collection. Districts, appropriate district staff will need to be given access to this new tab. Typically, it's the DPP, or again, like the district non-traditional instruction contact. There will be a school year drop list. You will have to select 21-22 for this academic year. It does not default, so make sure you are selecting the correct year. And then you will enter the date and any other elements, which we'll go over in the next slides, for each NTI day utilized. So if day one is February 1st of 2022, then that's your day one date. And then what was the reason? And then what was the participation rate and teacher participation rate? And I'm going to go over each one of those in the next couple of slides. But we just want to make sure that you understand that there will be up to 10 areas for each, or up to 10 areas on this screen for you to enter in the days for day 1 through day 10. So the reason is a drop list, and the only reasons allowed for NTI will be for health or safety, and that's part of the regulation. Also, the entire district must be closed for the health or safety reason to qualify for NTI day. So that's why this new tab or this new data collection is under the district detail as opposed to the school detail. Those KRS and KAR are linked for reference. They're also going to be in the data standards when those are sent out as well. Student participation rate will also be entered in on this new tab, and you would enter in the overall district student participation rate for each NTI day. And this is not new. This is something that districts had to enter in previously. When they participated in NTI, it was collected on a SharePoint site. Of course, that will no longer be relevant since the data can be obtained in Infinite Campus. So some notes about the student participation rate. NTI days are considered instructional days. So all K through 12 students are expected to participate. Districts must define what participation is for their district. It could be assessing online coursework, completing a paper assignment, or any other method of instructional activities. That is a local district decision, and the participation has to be tracked by the district, and that is also up to them as well. We only will collect the actual overall rate for the district on the new tab. Teacher participation rate is the same thing. You enter the overall participation rate for all teachers in the district for that specific NTI day. as in previously, NTI days are considered teacher work days and do count toward fulfilling their work days required by the contract. That's all on the NTI data collection tab. I think the data standards will really help. It'll also help when staff get the access that they need to be able to go in there and actually see what the screen looks like. I won't pause here. We'll ask questions at the end if anybody has questions about the new tab. We're going to transition now into NTI Calendar Days, and this is not new. So this is kind of reverting back to the old way of NTI pre-COVID of how you denoted your NTI days on your school calendars. So that again, path navigation is under System Administration, Calendar, and Days. And so there's two sections, the day detail and the day events. On the day detail, you have to select school day and instruction. Both of those indicators have to remain selected. Attendance indicators should not be selected. So make sure that setup is accurate, because you will not be collecting actual attendance on those days. And then, so the districts will receive previous year's average daily attendance for each NTI day. So that's why we don't track attendance per the day. And in your day event, of course, the type would be the non-traditional instruction selection. And you would indicate these days for all 10 NTI days used by your district if your district uses all NTI days. So I kind of already said this stuff. Again, day detail, school day and instruction indicators must be selected. Attendance indicators should not be selected. And non-traditional instruction is the day event type to be selected. A couple of notes, NTI days count toward home hospital day requirements, and NTI days are also included in student suspension days. Questions, Infinite Campus NTI obviously can come to me. Stephen Kessinger is the NTI program contact. So when it comes to the details of the NTI, what's allowed, what's not allowed, you know, what kind of work has to be documented, Stephen would be your contact on that. And then Josh Whitlow handles Infinite Campus calendar related questions. I know I went through that really quickly. So are there questions?
Wendy, we have one question right now, which is, can you go back through, can you clarify what path do we use in IC to pull the participation rate for the district for an NTI day? And I don't think there is a path to pull it. There's a path to report it, right?
Right. This is the path to report it. So I'm sorry, I'll get back to that. I think it's right here. So the path to report the student participation rate and the teacher participation rate is under System Administration, Resources, District Information, and then the NTI Data Collection tab. And to date, nothing has been sent out to districts. This is new. Actually, I think it was just pushed down in the last release. So we've been working on documentation and this PowerPoint training. We will be sending all of this out hopefully within the next week, so that you can start, you know, preparing and getting the appropriate staff user access. How participation is gathered and maintained is completely up to the local school district. There is not a participation report in Infinite Campus for the 21-22 school year that will assist with this rate. I think that might be the question that was being answered.
Yes. Do we need to keep student work for NTI days?
Yes, student work will still be in a requirement just as it was last year. You would only, I'm sorry, previous COVID year. You would only keep student work at each level. So like an elementary example, a middle school example, and a high school example. But again, more details about that will come out later. I don't know that there's going to be an actual submission of that to KDE, but it could be something that would be monitored if your district is chosen for monitoring of the NTI program.
And our last question is, do we keep student and teacher participation as pre-COVID?
Yes, yes.
So district tracking and district, however they figure it out, right?
That's correct. There, we might be able to come up with some suggestions, but it is a local district decision as to how they track that and keep that. The only thing that has to be reported to KDE on this custom tab or at all will be the overall participation rate of the students and the teachers.
Wendy, what does this new tab replace? There was another way that they reported this tab, right?
Yes, pre-COVID, we collected this information in a SharePoint site, and each district had to log in, and they literally put in the same information into the SharePoint site. So it's just transitioned to Infinite Campus so that we can pull it out easily as data in the system. So it's replacing the previous NTI SharePoint site.
Good. That's all the questions we've got for right now. So before we've been rushing through some of the other sessions, this one, Wendy gets to now sing and dance or something.
We'll run everybody off if Wendy starts singing. But I will push the slides back to the end of my presentation so that people can see the contacts and email information. And again, like I said, we'll be sending out all the details within the next week or so, and so that it's definitely there by the start of the school year.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.